The crystalline halls of the Zorath and Imperial Palace stretched endlessly in every direction, their walls pulsing with bioluminescent patterns that reflected the moods of their inhabitants. Liam stood before the massive viewport, watching 3 moons rise over the capital city of Zorath, still unable to believe he was here, a human chef summoned to serve the most powerful being in this sector of the galaxy. "Your presence is required, human," came the melodic voice of Eva, the Empress's chief attendant. She was alien, her silver skin shimmering under the ambient light, her 4 elegant arms folded in what Liam had learned was a gesture of professional courtesy. Already, Liam checked the chronometer on his wrist. The banquet isn't for another 6 hours. Eva's luminous eyes narrowed slightly. "The Empress wishes to speak with you privately. It is unprecedented." They walked through corridors that seemed to breathe, past guards whose exoskeletons clicked with each synchronized step. Liam had been on Zorath for 3 standard weeks, hired as part of the cultural exchange program after his fusion restaurant on Mars had gained interstellar attention. But he never actually met Empress Zalvith, only cooked for her distant relatives and court officials. The throne room was smaller than he'd imagined, more intimate. And there she was. Empress Zalvith of the Zorothian Imperium sat not on her throne but on a simple observation platform, gazing out at her world. She was magnificent, nearly 8 feet tall, with scales that shifted from deep purple to midnight blue, for eyes that could perceive wavelengths humans couldn't even imagine, and a crown of crystalline horns that denoted her royal bloodline spanning 3,000 years. "Leave us, Eva," the Empress commanded, her voice carrying harmonics that resonated in Liam's chest. Eva hesitated, another unprecedented moment, then bowed and departed. "You are Liam Torres, the human chef," Zalvith said, finally turning to face him. It wasn't a question. "Yes, Your Imperial Majesty," Liam bowed as he'd been taught. "I have consumed cuisine from 417 different species," she continued, moving toward him with fluid grace. "I have tasted dishes prepared by masters who have trained for centuries. I have eaten food synthesized from the essence of dying stars and fruits that bloom only once every 1,000 years." Liam waited, unsure where this was going. "And I have enjoyed none of it." Her 4 eyes focused on him with unsettling intensity. "Not truly. Not once in my 243 years of existence." The confession hung in the air like a gravitational anomaly. "I don't understand, Your Majesty," Liam said carefully. "Food is sustenance to my people. Necessary fuel. Sometimes beautiful. Often symbolic. But you humans." She tilted her head. "I have read the reports from your home world. You weep at meals. You laugh. You fall in love over shared dishes. You fight wars over spices and travel vast distances for a taste of home." Her eyes narrowed thoughtfully. "Tell me, Liam Torres, is this true? Do you truly feel when you eat?" Liam thought of his grandmother's kitchen in Barcelona, the smell of sofrito filling their small apartment. He thought of his first date with his ex-wife over bowls of pho in Seattle's rain. He thought of birthday cakes and funeral casseroles and the sandwich his father made him before he left for Mars. "Yes," he said simply. "We feel everything." Zalvith's scales rippled, a sign of emotion he'd seen described in the cultural briefings. "Tonight's banquet will serve 3,000 guests, 50 courses. But before that spectacle, I want you to cook for me. Just for me. Something simple, something that makes you feel. What would Your Majesty like? You choose. Surprise me with your humanity." 2 hours later, Liam stood in the palace's auxiliary kitchen, a space normally used for preparing servants' meals. Eva had helped him source ingredients, though finding Earth-compatible items had required accessing supplies from the human embassy. He kept it simple. Brutally simple. Pasta aglio e olio. The dish his grandmother taught him when he was 7 years old, standing on a stool beside her stove. Spaghetti. Good olive oil. Thinly sliced garlic. Red pepper flakes. Parsley. A squeeze of lemon. Nothing else. The ingredients cost less than a single credit. But the technique, that was where the love lived. He toasted the garlic slowly, carefully, until it turned golden and sweet. He saved the pasta water.
starchy, salty.
Precious. He tossed everything together with the reverence his abuela had taught him. The pasta water created a silky emulsion that caught the light. When he brought the simple bowl to Zalvith's private dining chamber, she stared at it with her 4 eyes, each independently focusing on different aspects of the dish.
"This is all?" she asked.
"This is everything," Liam replied. She had to use specialized utensils. Her anatomy wasn't designed for twirling pasta, but she managed, bringing the first bite to her mouth. Liam watched as the Empress of the Zerothian Imperium, ruler of 47 worlds, commander of fleets that could shatter planets, closed all 4 of her eyes and went completely still. The silence stretched for so long that Eva, standing guard by the door, shifted nervously. Then Liam saw it, a single drop of moisture forming at the corner of one of Zalvith's lower eyes. Then another. The crystalline tears caught the light as they rolled down her scaled cheeks, leaving glistening trails. "Your Majesty?" Eva stepped forward, alarm in her voice. "Are you harmed?" "No," Zalvith whispered, her voice breaking across several harmonics. She took another bite. The tears flowed faster.
"No."
I am. She couldn't finish. She just kept eating, tears streaming, her whole body trembling. Liam understood. It wasn't about the garlic or the olive oil, or even the technique. It was about the centuries of human hands that had passed this dish down. The countless families gathered around countless tables. The fights and reconciliations and celebrations all flavored with these simple ingredients. It was about love made tangible, memory made edible, humanity distilled into something that could be shared. When she finished, Zalvith sat in silence, tears still falling. "I did not know," she finally said, her voice raw. "I did not know that food could carry ghosts. Goodness. That it could taste of belonging." She looked at Liam with something like wonder. "This is why you are dangerous, you humans. Not your weapons or your ambition.
This.
The ability to pour your souls into simple things and make them sacred." Liam smiled sadly. "It's just pasta, Your Majesty." "No," Zalvith said, wiping her face with a dignity that somehow made her seem even more regal. "It is proof that the universe is larger and stranger and more beautiful than I ever imagined. And I am Empress of 47 worlds." She stood, drawing herself to her full height. "Cancel the banquet," she commanded Eva. "I wish to learn more about these simple earth meals. And Liam Torres, you will teach me not just to eat, but to feel." As Liam left the palace that night, 3 moons bright overhead, he thought about his grandmother and hoped that somewhere, somehow, she knew that her aglio e olio had made an alien empress cry. It was, he decided, the finest review he'd ever received.